All right, we got the 4-lane analog course going. That's right, baby. 4 lanes, analog. I know how much you guys love analog. Here we go. So I put in the gap, and I gotta tell you, I thought I had a bunch of 4x15s lying around, and I probably do, but they're lost. So then I started looking, and I was like, okay, let's go find the 1x30s. So I had a bunch of like tight 1x30s. Like these could probably work. So a 1x30 is like a half of a 1x60, which comes in the starter set. So picture like the curve most of you have in the starter set. If you got the bank curves, you didn't get that, but it's cut in half. Point is, it was a pretty flexible curve, but I could only write 3 of them, which turned out to be the secret sauce. I ended up getting the gap I need. So then I was like, okay, well, let's see if we could fit in these analog timers. Okay, so first off, we did the testing, everything. So I have all the cars going into the lanes. I need to bring a spare controller and a spare evolution adapter because I can't find my power pack for one of the evolutions. Not sure where that went, but whatever. I have spares. And again, I need to bring some spare controllers. I always want to bring spare parts in case things break. So we're going through. Thankfully, the blue car can wipe out. Yes, the evolution timers can do 2 things that I'm happy about. One, I believe they're counting by laps, so they say how many laps there are. So if I set the race for 5 minutes and I run 2 of them, it's going to say like first and second, but it's also going to say like best lap time and how many laps. So we're going to go by the lap total for who wins. So that's good. That, what I'm trying to say is that if I use 2 of these, I should be able to see who comes first, second, third, fourth. Even though the timer themselves don't link up, it's only going to say like first place, second place. We could just take a look at the number of laps that each racer did within like 5 minutes, and then we know. I decided to go for 5-minute races here. I'm like, okay, well, these kids, we need to keep these lines moving. 4 racers is a pretty good amount. And remember, we're doing this for free. I do feel like I have to shave off some of the Paul Gage tires from the driver's side, because it seems like some of them just aren't rolling as well. I feel like they're kind of catching the side, but that's not a big deal. I'll make sure to use an X-Acto knife and do that. Yeah, and it was nice. The blue one could wipe out. I was very, okay, so the lap counters are obviously not going to be flush, but they can be pretty close side by side. So we'll just have like a small gap from the starting cars to the lap timers to make up for that small difference. But in slot cars, these things are like 3-second lap times, and we're doing a bunch of amateurs, so it's really, really not going to make a difference. Even with the professionals, it really wouldn't make that much of a difference. There might be like 1 case out of a million where people are on the same lap at the end. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy I got the Paul Gage tire set up. I'm very happy I went with a 4-lane instead of a 2-lane. For digital, you're really only going to need 2 lanes because you can run 6 people in the 2 lanes. You got all that excitement of extra cars. But doing just like a 2-lane course between 2 people is so much lamer than doing 4 at a time. So if I'm doing analog, I really like the fact that we could do 4. I feel this course is actually fairly well and it's fairly compact. I did have to go to the flea market and steal the curves from the market track, so that sucks. And I also discovered, I was like, I found like a bunch of straights, and I'm like, I don't know why I had all these straights kind of hidden underneath a box, but I probably didn't need to grab any straights from the market, so I gave myself extra work. But anyways, you know the drill. Show up to Kids Fun Fest if you're on the Sarnia area. I don't even know the date. I'll put it on screen. And if this is stuff that's interesting to you, you want to set for yourself, you can get it at sunday-slot-cars.square.site. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment on the video below what you think of the course, what you think I could have improved. Yes, I'm sure I could have, if I had more time to track plan, I could have made it more even for the lap timers. Could have had like 2 even curves going. You know what I mean? Making the gap more even. But remember, I barely had enough curves to do what I have now. So just making it super even wasn't going to be good. But we have, some DTM cars versus NASCAR. So we're going to put the DTMs on the inner lanes because those are the most challenging with the tighter curves. And have those NASCARs, those old boys on the out lanes because they're, slower but easier. And maybe we'll have some even racing, okay? So bang, bang. See you later.